What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Wild Comics. Another episode of Cracking Wednesdays is here in its full effect. As you can tell by the books behind me, I'm deciding to do the Fantastic Four number 50, 60 white pages. We all know this book. If you don't know it, totally cool. We just know the 48, 49, and 50 runs are must-have in any personal collection if you can afford it. Silver Surfer battles Galactus. Johnny Storm goes to college. First appearance of Wyatt Wingfoot. So this one's on the chopping block, you guys. We're going to crack this one open. As usual, this book is extremely dirty. I'll be honest. Some of the older books that are slabbed by old-timers. And the old-timers don't believe in pressing and cleaning, which is totally cool. Everyone collects in their own way. I'm not trying to knock or say that's the wrong way of doing it. But a lot of people look at it as an investment value. You know, I clean and press it to get the biggest grade I can to maximize the profit of the book, as well as have it in my personal collection. I guess you can look at me. I'm trying to flip it, trying to increase the value by cracking these and cleaning these. But everyone does it their own way. So on the older books, it's kind of easier to find if you can afford the price point. If you can afford the price point on these books that aren't pressed or cleaned prior to them being submitted, then you can have, this is where you can make some substantial price jumps in these books. So with that being said, that's one of the reasons why I kind of did this video, to show kind of a minor key up to like a bigger key in the first appearance of Vision, which we'll do next week. With WandaVision and everything coming out, that this number 50 and 57 are going to just continue to grow. So let me flip the camera around so you guys can watch the cracking process again, and we'll go from there. Hopefully we don't mess up. 1 second. Okay, now I have the camera flipped around. I have my flathead screwdriver and my pair of scissors and the willingness to crack cases. Anyways, so as we know, on the newer cases, there's that little groove right here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty nervous about this one. Okay, let's commit to it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Nice, this corner, just by doing that, pop this one corner right there. Oh wow, I might be able to do this all by my hand. That would be nice. Okay, so there's that. It's weird. Some of these cases, I don't know if it's like a bad batch of plastic, if it's like someone didn't press it hard enough. Some of these cases are just like cracked super easy. And like last week's, that Gambit was kind of a challenge to crack open. So I don't know. It's interesting. Oh, there goes another piece. It's interesting to see how some of these crack and some of these break apart, you know. And like sometimes like they'll split too, right? So you're kind of like, oh, okay, well that, you know, do I abandon ship? Do I keep going with it? But I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to try to come down this side. And I'm going to kind of block your guys' view here a little bit, maybe. See if I can get this kind of, again, all I'm doing is just churning it. So let's see if I can get this out. Easy. Easy. All right. Okay, so let's get the label out. The label will come out as usual, as you guys know. I hold on to them to the very, very end until we get the results back. Once we get the results back, I send them back to CGC so they can update their census. It's the right thing to do. Everyone needs to do that, in my opinion. You feel free to, I mean, don't get me wrong, it'd be really cool to display it if it comes back a higher grade. I think that'd be killer, but, you know, the census is kind of important across the board. And I think if we're collecting, we should keep it true to the community. So that's how I feel about that. Okay, same thing. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut it across the top. I feel like that's the easiest way. We're not putting stress on trying to you know, because I think if we cut it like this, we're creating spine ticks. Same thing here, you know, we're creating bends. I find that if we cut it down the actual top, Man, this one's in there pretty tight. It's probably not. I'm just probably really nervous. But we have room. We definitely have room to get it out. So let's get it out. Let's get this going. So get away from there. Man, this is nerve wracking. I think if it wasn't such a big book, I wouldn't be too concerned. But it is. I know it probably looks like I'm mangling this thing, but I'm actually being extremely careful with it. I'm trying to hold it to where as I cut, it's like it's kind of coved or it's coved, to where I'm not like crinkling the page. So I'm just trying to I'm trying to let the book do whatever it wants to do, ever so lightly, so that way it's not like destroying or adding more ticks or ruining the book more, if that makes sense. All right, so let's open this up. Dude, we are opening up. I feel like I'm opening up history right now. I mean, we're talking from the 60s. Yeah, I just feel like I just opened up a time capsule. This is really cool, actually. So, oh yeah, there's some definite pressable defects in this book for sure. Quite a bit of spine ticks, but we're talking from 1966, you guys. This book has been around. I mean, if I'm God willing, I could make it to where this book could be 100 years old, and that in itself is really cool. It brings a whole nother element of collecting, brings a whole nother element of value, and it brings a whole lot of element of just sentimental value to say, hey, I got this book, and it was made in the 60s, so this says white pages. I mean, it's pretty generous. So, you guys know the routine. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys all the pressable defects as well. Alright, so now I've gone ahead and I've flipped the book around. I'm going to let you guys kind of take a peek at it, kind of show you the defects that I see in the book. Out the gate, you can kind of tell there's some pretty big waviness to the book itself. I mean, it is an older book, but definitely some pressable defects within the book. It is crazy. Look at all those. Those are all pressed out. Now, don't get me wrong. They're color breaking spine ticks, right? But all that would definitely press out. So even at the edge of his surfboard right here, the whole book is really wavy. So you can't really be, too harsh on it. But I mean, there are a ton of pressable defects within this book. Come on, clear up. There we go. All across the top, or his arm, right above his arm, if you can see it. Let me flip the book around so you guys can check out the back side of it. Okay, so here's the back side. All right, again, you can see the pressable defects all across there. It's weird too because right down there at the bottom corner, these older books don't have a lot of the shine to it, so they kind of retain dirt a little bit more. But they're easy to clean. Look at that pressable defect right there. And this corner right down here. See if I can get it to kind of right there. But most importantly, this book, one of the reasons that it's just super, super dirty. Like all across there is it's dirt. All that dirt will clean off. You can even see the pressable defects right there. I mean, all in all, this book up here in the corner, this dirt right here will come off, So, yeah, this definitely has a lot of potential to it. So that's really, really exciting. Again, this corner down here is a pressable defect. So it's a 6.0, right? What it will come back as, I don't really know. Normally, when it drops below 8.0, it's really hard to tell, how they'll grade it. But again, you guys, there's a ton of pressable defects in this book to hopefully make some serious grade jumps. So that's gonna be the pressable defects. Give me a second, I'll flip the camera around and I'll close out for you guys. Okay, so I have the camera flipped back around so I can close out for you guys. Again, we're doing the Fantastic Four number 50, first battle between Galactus and Silver Surfer. Pretty cool book, pretty iconic book. I already have 48 and 49. 49 is not graded, which I'll probably send in, but I'm a little concerned because I think there's a page missing out of it. It's kind of hard to tell, but it would be really cool to get them all slabbed. But this is going to be sending in to get graded once I clean it and press it along with the other books. Again, super dirty, a ton of pressable defects, and just a really big piece of history. So that's going to be this week. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you know, I love to have new subscribers so I can show a lot more to more people. Do this for you guys, kind of help maybe some people out who are curious or interested in doing this. And leave a comment because I love to hear what everyone has to say about this. And hit the notification bell because next week is the big week, you guys. Not only are we cracking the Avengers 57 7.5, I'm also going to be getting back all of the results. Expect that video to be on the longer side. So plan out. I don't know if you have to get popcorn, you want to get dinner, you want to get whatever, but that video is going to be a little extensive because I'm going to have the results for all the books for Cracking Wednesdays. So including this one, including that one, the Gambit, Mr. Sinister, and He-Man. So stick around for that one. Pay attention. Hit that notification bell so you know when that video drops. But you guys, until then, thank you very much for watching. Keep it wild. Keep it fun. Catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.